What's up, everyone? This is Joe, the 50-something Dasher. In the last video, I talked about the Dasher Rewards program, more specifically the version of it with the point system that DoorDash has rolled out in select markets. And in today's video, I now want to talk about how I would do things. So if I was if I was working for DoorDash and I was the top dog in charge of everything, this is the program that I would roll out to replace all these other programs that they've had up to this point. So buckle up, folks, and please, I'm praying here that DoorDash is watching this particular video. I don't know if they watch all of my videos, but this one right here, I would hope and pray that they are watching. Okay, first, the disclaimer. Little disclaimer that I put in fine small print at the bottom of each of these Word documents. It says the views and programs outlined in this video are solely the views of the 50-something Dasher and in no way represent the views of DoorDash and in no way forecast future changes on the DoorDash platform. Okay, done. There's your disclaimer. Everything in this video is just my thoughts and how I would do things. That this is none of these programs you know. Well, if you do see any changes like this, well, that means they saw this video and decided to take some of my advice and run with it, and so in that case you heard it here first. But we'll see. That's a lot of wishful thinking there. Okay. Here is the point system Dasher Rewards program that we talked about the last video with the 4 categories, and you earn the points for each of those, and then the rewards tiers, okay, the silver, gold, and platinum, okay? So under my system, we're gonna remove a couple things right off the bat. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna highlight the rewards tiers, the silver, gold, and platinum. Highlight those real quick, and then I am going to on my keyboard hit the delete key. Done. Gone. Tier silver, gold, platinum, ruby, emeralds, what other kind of fine metals you want to talk about, gone. Okay, gone. Next, we are going to take away like dash. Everybody is going to be able to dash anytime. So scheduling, I'm going to eliminate that under my system. So scheduling is gone. If in my particular zone, if there's, I don't know, 50 million people that want to get on and dash in my zone right now, all of them get on, 50 million people. So everybody can get on at any time. And I'm eliminating zones. That's gone too. Zones are gone. So those two things, the last two things I mentioned, kind of along the lines of Uber, how you don't have to schedule and there's no zones. Okay, so I would do that with DoorDash as well. Okay, now we get to, okay, so now under this system, where anybody can get on at any time and there's no zones. Okay, so how are the drivers going to be ranked or ordered? How are orders going to get assigned? Okay, so we're going to take the 4 categories here, and I'm gonna replace one of them. Right, we're keeping 3 of these, but we're highlighting acceptance rate. And once again, delete button, deleted, gone. We're not going to factor in any more acceptance rate. That's now a thing of the past under the 50-something Dasher reward system. We're going to replace this with, I kind of, previewed in the last video, we're going to replace this with a metric that, for whatever reason, DoorDash places no emphasis on. It blows me away. I have no idea why. Here we go, folks. Lifetime deliveries. Where's it at? Where is it recognized? Why does this not factor into anything that DoorDash does at all? I just, you guys, you got me. It blows me away. You got me. But that's going to be in my system. That's my top metric, and that's the one that's going to carry the most weight. These are not, under my system, these are not going to be points. These are going to be percentages now instead. Lifetime deliveries is 70% of your score. Okay, that's by far and away, should, in my opinion, should carry the most weight. I'm going to leave these next three in the order that DoorDash has them in, just change the percentages. Completion rate is now going to be 15%. Okay, and on time, I think these are still important and should, factor in. Customer rating gets the least score here because if only 10, I've talked about this before in many of my past videos, if only 1 out of every 10 customers will even take the time to give a rating, then why are we even bothering with it? Okay, so this is 5%. Okay, there's your 100%. Now, lifetime deliveries. So basically, you're gonna get, it's gonna be 1 point for every 10 deliveries. Okay, that's lifetime deliveries. Okay, then for these other three, let's see, let's separate this down a little bit. There we go. Okay. These are going to be a 0 to 10 point scale. So, with DoorDash's current point system, you get on each of the 4 different things, you get a score between like 1, what was it, 1 and 100 or whatever, and then you add the points up, and then to determine your score. So basically on my system, lifetime delivery, so like I said, every 10 deliveries is 1 point. And then for the other ones, a completion rate, like if you had a perfect 100% completion, then that would be 10 points, and so forth. Same thing for the other 3. Okay, so now we're going to go to some examples here. This is the wrong one. That's next screenshot. Here we go. This is the one I wanted. Okay. So let's compare in my system, a Dasher that had 5,000 deliveries versus somebody that had 100. And we're going to go with perfect scores. Just for a simple example here, I'm going with perfect scores on the other 3 categories. Okay, so 1 point for every 10 deliveries. So that would be for the 5,000 delivery Dash, that'd be 500 points. And remember, I said that was 70% of the score. So we're going to times that by 70. That's 35,000. Okay. And then, you see here the perfect 10s times those perspective percentages. So 15 and then 10 and 5. So that on the other 3 categories, it's a maximum of 300 points for anybody. The maximum of 300 that you could get on there. And you see how the more deliveries that you have, the more, you are separated out from the newer. Because take a look at a driver with just 100 deliveries. Again, perfect scores on the other 3 for their 300 points. But they only have 70 points, or I'm sorry, 10 points for 100 deliveries, so that's 700 points. So that that's a score for them of 1,000. So, and basically, so as orders are getting assigned, you just start with the available drivers, near a pickup location that have the highest score. Simple as that. And if these were the only two drivers in a particular zone, the offer first goes to this driver with a score of 35,300. Okay. Now, under this system, there's further rewards, and that's the screen I accidentally pulled up. I'll pull it up again here in a second, but there's even more further like rewards given to, under my system, drivers with a lot of experience and deliveries with DoorDash. You can earn privileges based on your lifetime deliveries. Now, especially like when I was in the DoorDash Community Council, I should mention here that they did mention how at some point, one of these days, we may see something that rewards long-term, long-service dashers. Whether that is like a system what I'm about to propose here, or whether that's like some kind of like bonuses, or I guess to this point they just really haven't like come out with anything yet. I'm not sure why, but or if and when they will, but we'll see. Okay, so anyway, what I'm about to propose here, I think, is a great benefit to the experienced dashers, and it, under my system, it also increases the probability of the lower paying orders getting picked up. And let me explain here. So let's go to my long-term driver program. Okay, so after 2,000 deliveries, a driver under my system would be able, in their settings on the DoorDash app, would be able to turn off any offers at the $3 amount or under, and whatever they wanted to set that at. You set it at $3 or $2.89, or any figure, $3 and under. The dasher sets that amount and will not see offers for that amount in their phone. They won't come across that. Those orders will start with the orders with less points. Okay. At 5,000 deliveries, then any offers $5, or any amount $5 or under, you can set your settings, and you won't see those offers. And then at 10,000 deliveries, the dasher at that point would have the ability to just set it. In my opinion, at 10,000 deliveries, for gosh sakes, you paid your dues with DoorDash. If you're somebody that's had 10,000 deliveries, come on. For those people to still be seeing $2, $3, $4 offers when they've already they've been out there and done the grind, and day in and day out, and gotten you 10,000 deliveries. Come on, DoorDash. So 10,000 deliveries, which I myself is a long way away. I'm quite a ways away still from the 5,000, let alone the 10,000. But 10,000 delivery, you'd be able to set any amount. Whatever the amount is, you could set it at, $19.99. So the only thing that's going to hit your phone is an offer paying at least $20. Okay. Now again, this is offers. Okay, so just to make that clear, it's not, so you could, let's say $20 an offer. Okay, So that dasher still could deliver a minimum $2 order. Something could hit their phone, a stacked order, two orders, $20, and they go ahead and take it. But one of them, zero tip, and the other one was like I don't know, an $18 tip. So that would be possible, but it's the offer. Okay, and so another thing with this, I just feel now the on the downside, okay, the downside of this that people will point to is dashers just starting out that have no points in a busy zone. Well, there, and you let everybody on. Well, there's a chance that they're not going to get hardly any, if any, offers. Well, see, my opinion is on that. You got to pay your dues, okay? Um, DoorDash should want, if I was in charge of everything, the drivers that I would want driving around across America delivering these orders are if I could, I'd like to have experienced people that are committed to my platform and know what they're doing and have a track record. And I don't see the, I don't know. I just have a hard time with this whole outlook that, well, we need to just allow everybody to get on and give everybody a chance, and every Tom, Dick, and Harry and new dashers, give them platinum status for a week, and and these dashers that just want to do 1 or 2 hours once a month, and just give a little bit to everybody. Well, folks, I don't know. I just I find something wrong with that. I think that's why the quality of service isn't as good as what it could be. And DoorDash gets a lot of heat on social media and in the news and everything for these unscrupulous dashers. And I could go on and on about that, but I'm not going to in this video. You know what I'm talking about. And why would you not instead want, a more solid group of, experienced delivery drivers with a history and a track record, and then people in the entry level that you know they just, like I said, they have to pay their dues. Okay, starting out, if you've got your 10,000 delivery drivers that are going to be able to set their minimum amount, okay, and they're doing great, okay, then you got somebody, Tom, that's just coming in off the street, day one, has zero orders. Okay, you let him sign up, pass background checks, get an account, let him, get on the app with everybody else. And depending on where he's dashing and when he's dashing, the times and everything, there's a chance he may not get any offers. But we got to find out who's who here. Who's willing to like stick it out through those early tough times. And you may have to, if you're not getting any orders where you're at, you may have to go to a busier area. You may have to, if you really want to do this, you may have to go to a different area or dash at different times, that just to get your like order count up there, your delivery count, so that you can get kind of like move up into that tier system. You're going to have to do some things and really grind it out. It's going to be crappy at first, but we're going to see who's who and who's willing to go through that to get into that, get those scores up and start getting the better offers. Okay. And I feel like I had to do that as well. Like right now, what I talked about before, like I said, I was in the DoorDash Community Council. I'm now a lifetime platinum driver. But when I first signed up, and in the very beginning, I had to go through some growing pains. There were times where I wanted to dash and I couldn't because it was full of drivers. I couldn't get on. I had to do scheduling. I had to dash at certain times where I normally wouldn't, but I looked at that. Oh, look, there's a chance it's busy now. Let me go ahead and get on and do some orders. I had to do things like that in order to work my way up and build my way up to a certain level. And again, I think that's the way that it should be, me personally. And what's with this is kind of like a separate topic, but what's with the referral bonuses that I continue to see? Do we really need that? I don't know. I just think this is a fairly like easy job, and just about anybody can get on if they have a driver's license or a certain age and pass a background check. And you really mean to tell me that we really need like referral bonuses? The turnover and the need for drivers is that great? I don't know, folks. Call me dumb and stupid or in the dark about this, or I don't know. I don't get it, but you know, I don't know. Um, I it beats me. I just just let everybody on. Again, let everybody on and follow this system. I think this would be my personal opinion. I think it'd be better than what they already have. So, but that's just me. Let me know, guys, what you think in the comments. That is it for this video. I got through it. And we'll see what happens with their programs in the system. But definitely some kind of long-term driver program is going to need to be implemented at some point, I would think. But we'll see. That's it for now. Thanks for watching this video. As always, be sure to drive safe out there, and we'll catch you next time.